On a bright spring day, the forest stirred from its winter slumber, alive with a symphony of sounds and fragrant aromas. The mighty brown bear, roused by the warm sun's first rays, slowly emerged from its den and meandered along familiar paths in search of food. As he felt the gentle spring breeze, he took a deep breath of fresh air, soaking in the revitalizing energy of nature awakening. The hungry creature wandered leisurely among the trees, meticulously inspecting each bush and fallen log, hoping to discover something tasty to eat. The predator was walking up a small hill when suddenly the damp earth beneath his feet gave way, dragging the bear toward the edge of a deep cliff. The animal almost fell off the cliff, which would have meant certain death. But at the last moment, it managed to grasp onto protruding rocks with its claws. Meanwhile, in a cozy house on the edge of the forest, Mason's family was waking up. The faithful dog, Buster, as always, greeted the new day first by going out for a walk. Buster was small in stature, but he had a big heart, for which his owner greatly appreciated him. The dog was Mason's faithful companion and true friend, always accompanying him on his travels through the forest. That day, Buster was walking around familiar places, but suddenly he became alert when he heard some unusual sounds in the vicinity. Soon, Buster could hear a growling from the thicket, which was not threatening but rather pitiful, and he whimpered anxiously, attracting Mason's attention. Hearing his pet's alarming bark, Mason ran out of the house, ready to help someone in trouble. Buster insistently pulled his owner deeper into the forest, and Mason, seeing how concerned his pet was, ran after him, fearing something serious had happened. Pushing through the bushes, they finally saw a bear in the distance, who was almost on a steep cliff, desperately fighting for its life. Mason froze at this incredible sight, feeling both fear and pity for the animal in trouble. The man realized that he could not handle such a huge and strong beast on his own, but leaving it to fate would be very cruel. Mason's determination strengthened when he looked into the loyal eyes of his four-legged friend. Buster, sensing his owner's mood, barked joyfully, as if encouraging him. Mason took out his mobile phone and dialed the rescue service, explaining his unusual situation and pleading with the rescuers to help the predator. Less than an hour had passed when rangers, veterinarians, and rescuers arrived at the scene. Experienced professionals immediately began examining the bear, trying to figure out how to help it. They acted cohesively and professionally, preparing for a complex operation to lift the animal using strong ropes and special equipment. The rescuers very carefully and slowly began to pull the bear out of the dangerous trap. Despite severe pain, the animal patiently allowed itself to be pulled out, as if understanding that this was its last chance for survival. Mason and Buster watched every movement with bated breath, ready to help at any moment. Finally, after hours of tense work, the exhausted but alive bear was lifted to a safe surface. Veterinarians immediately began to provide first aid, treating the animal's numerous wounds and abrasions. To prevent the bear from accidentally harming any people, it was injected with a sedative. Mason and Buster, worried yet filled with joy, watched the proceedings, unable to take their eyes off this mighty but so vulnerable animal. Mason felt confident in his heart that they had done the right thing by not leaving the bear to die on that cliff. Buster, a faithful friend and helper, expressed pride in his owner, who had found the strength and courage to help. Once the rescue operation was complete and the bear had received the necessary medical attention, Mason felt an overwhelming sense of relief and deep satisfaction as the animal prepared to return to the forest. They watched in awe as the majestic creature slowly rose and gracefully vanished into the trees, resuming its life in the wild. Mason and Buster remained in the same spot for a long time, silently reflecting on the experience. They realized they had witnessed a true miracle, where the teamwork of the rescue crew had saved a precious life. This poignant story left a lasting impression on Mason and Buster. They understood that they would forever be connected to this event, which transformed their view of the world and their place within it. The courage, compassion, and selflessness they displayed that day inspired them to pursue new acts of kindness, beautifully demonstrating that even the smallest beings can perform great deeds to help others.